Hello, everybody. It's Barbara, and welcome to Pick a Stack Wednesday. Best day of the week. There's dogs barking all over. There's somebody walking by outside. Okay. Like, I can hear the dogs across the street barking, the dogs over there barking, my dog's in the kitchen barking. Like, wow, it must be exciting. They're spreading the news. Ooh, they're spreading the news. So, if you're joining me today, what a long, strange trip it's been, huh? Today is Wednesday. We have a new president. Things are happening really, really fast. Now, when I say things happening fast, I mean like everything. Every aspect of our lives is in flux. That means, geopolitical systems, educational systems, financial systems, pharmacological systems, emotional systems, mental systems, spiritual systems, physical systems. Everything is in flux. We've got this 6 to 7 planet parade. And I say 6 to 7 because at some point there's 6 and then there's going to be a 7th. All this planetary alignment. The sun is sending plasma energy. It's overwhelming, and it is okay for you to feel overwhelmed. That's my point. It's okay for you to feel overwhelmed, because there's times when I can just be sitting quietly all by myself, just me and my dogs, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. It's all these energies. They are bringing this chaos to us, because out of chaos we get change. And we've been in this pretty yucky existence for quite a while, and it needs to change. And so that's why all these things are happening. They're aligning so that we can make these better changes, and we can make the 5D world that we all aspire to live in. Okay, not all. I know there's some people that they just want to live in the lower 3D realm. Okay, have at it. Personally, that's not where I want to be. I want to be in that 5D realm. I want to live in a world that people get along. There's no hidden agendas. Life is good. Like Lemuria. Thank you. Send me there. Not yet, though, because I know my mission here isn't done yet. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay. Do whatever you have to be your best self while you're overwhelmed. Read a book, take a bath. If you can, go for a walk. Yeah, I get on the treadmill instead because it's freaking cold outside. We're supposed to get up to 20. Yay, Minnesota! Eat chocolate. I've been pounding the chocolate lately. And the way I justify it is, okay, I'll just skip this meal and I'll just eat chocolate. Because chocolate is my friend and bacon is my friend. And, I eat both. Gotta have protein. Do whatever you gotta do. Play with your crystals, play with your cards, talk to somebody on the phone or in person, be out in nature, do whatever works for you. And we're not just getting through this. There's times when I'm like, gosh, just get me through this. Help me experience this to its fullest. Help me take all this in, because remember, we chose to come here. We chose front row seats to this amazing, profound experience, event, change that's coming. All this stuff that we've been going through is just leading up to this big change. We came here intentionally. We chose. We volunteered. So, Do whatever you got to do to make each day be the best day possible. Whatever that means to you. Okay? Let's raise the frequency. And if all you can do is get out of bed and make yourself something to eat, and then you go back to bed, that is okay. Because if that's what makes you happy, then do that. Today's mug? Yeah. Okay, so if you're new to Pick a Stack, this is what we do here. We've got 3 stacks, or today there are 3 decks. And we're going to do a reading from each one, and then at the end, we're going to get a bonus card. Okay? So each stack does have a crystal, and so each stack is going to tell a story. Your job is to intuitively choose stack number 1, stack number 2, stack number 3. Then if you want, stay tuned till the end. There's a bonus card for everybody, and then I'll give you a blessing. Who doesn't want that? I mean, I know I do. We're starting off with the Lemurian Saint Germain Crystal Singing Bell to raise the frequency of the crystals and me and you and the cards and the plants and the animals and the earth and the sun and the sky and the moon and everything in between. All right. If you chose stack number 1, you will get a reading from Wing, Hoof, and Paw. This deck is all about talking to our inner child, and that is by Angie Sullins. If you choose stack number 2, you're going to get a reading from the Spirit Song Tarot, and that is Paulina Cassidy. And if you choose stack number 3, you're going to get a reading from the fabulous Beyond Lemuria by Izzy Ivy. The bonus card will be from Joy's deck, the Priestess of Light. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get started. If you chose stack number 1, Wing, Hoof, and Paw. So let's, I think, just one card from this deck. Just one card. This is the deck that has the cool purple edge on it. Metallic purple. Ooh. I used to have a motorcycle that color. She lives in the Twin Cities now with a friend of mine who has taken her on many, many adventures, many more adventures than I ever did. And so I am grateful, because whenever we get rid of something that's kind of been a part of us, we want somebody who takes care of it, right? So I'm grateful for you, Chris, even though I know you don't watch my videos. I feel like it's this one right here. Ooh. Today we get the squirrel, playful preparation. Look at that. Little squirrel sitting on a dandelion. This little baby squirrel. And your crystal is, I have to pick it up carefully because it is on fire. Crystal is fluorite. And in today's video, the fluorite is in a candle holder. It's got a beeswax candle, a little beeswax tea light in it. So your stone is fluorite, and that is known as the genius stone. It resonates with your third eye. Helps increase concentration, decision making, like the left brain side of the third eye, if that makes any sense. It's the logic, left brain is logical, analytical. Computer programmers and accountants live over here, right? So this is third eye, but the logical side, the 3D side. Left brain is the 3D side. It's the stuff that we get done here in 3D, as opposed to the right brain where we're all free flowy and it's more 5D. So this is a really good stone to have in your work area. If you work on a computer, put one by your computer. If you if you have an office or a place that you go to, if you can have a fluorite there, it would really help you. Have one on your person. And I would carry it on the left side of the body. So a left-hand pocket or wherever on the left side. That's your receiving side. Okay, that's your receive. We send out with the right, we receive with the left. It's also good for people that have arthritis or bone issues, or joint issues. So having one in your pillowcase, on your nightstand, on your headboard, under your bed, again, carrying it on your person would be very, very helpful if you have any of those issues. Okay, I'm actually gonna blow the candle out just because I have these long sleeves and I don't want to set myself on fire. Okay, so getting back to the squirrel, it's card number 32, and 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 is all about change. It's also like the middle ground, between 1 and 10. Sometimes the best way to keep from going nuts is to gather nuts. I like that. Sometimes the best way to keep from going nuts is to gather nuts. Squirrel is adept at both. Playful and practical, Squirrel knows how to play while also preparing and planning. If Squirrel was able to carry a tune, we would imagine his daily song would be "Whistle While You Work," encouraging the blend of lightheartedness and productivity. Now is a good time to get prepared, make plans, and organize your world takeover. Oh my. So in other words, have big plans, right? We tend to limit ourselves. Don't limit yourself. Make your plans big. My plans are big. My plans are really big. And you know what? I know that I'm going to do them. So you have to have faith in them as well. Do this while whistling a merry tune or listening to your favorite hilarious podcast, and the little one inside you will relax into flow. Now, if you sit down and you're like, okay, I'm going to sit down with a pad of paper, and I'm going to just write everything that I want to do, kind of like a bucket list, but not really. This is my plan for my life. Things might come to you that you were like, wow, actually, I never thought that maybe I'd want to do that, right? Because one thing leads to another, leads to another. You get inspired by your guides and your ancestors. So what a great rainy day kind of thing to do. Or if you're in the Great White North, what a great blizzardy day or super cold day thing to do. What do you want to do with your life? When we were in high school, we were encouraged to talk about our dreams and what do we want to do with our life. And as soon as you get out of high school, maybe you do it once in college, but most people don't do that anymore. It's a good time to do that because the world is changing. So what do you want to do in this new world? What do you want to do? Get yourself a pad of paper and start writing it down. I think I'm going to do that tonight. I feel inspired. That was stack number 1. Let's be inspired. What do we want to do with our lives? Let's be like a squirrel. Squirrel. I like saying it that way, squirrel. It even sounds fun. Be like a squirrel. A little baby squirrel. All right, let's have some tea. I am drinking chaga tea this morning. If you chose stack number 2, stack number 2 is going to be Spirit Song Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. And stack number 2 and 3 share their the vehicle for their crystals. I'm going to get the cards first. 3, I guess. Because in my head I said the top one and they said nope, all. So today, stack number 2 and 3 are represented by this fabulous antler wand that I created. I finished it on Sunday, I think it was, Sunday night. Oh, it makes me so happy. It's stabby. It's like a unicorn and a deer got together. So we have the gentleness of the deer. We have jade stones on the antler. And then we've got this wonderful stabby unicorn spiral horn out of selenite. So stack number 2 is actually the jade because it was sitting this way. So stack number 2 is jade and deer antler. The antler, deers are all about gentleness. It's about getting through life, but being gentle with yourself, the world, and others. So, adding to that should be okay. We've got the jade, which is a stone of purity and serenity. It's also like, according to Asians, it's anti-aging. So it keeps us young. Older cultures see jade as a stone that can attract love and bring prosperity, help you make business decisions. So again, if you have a business or you're in a business, having jade by you can be very helpful. It's also very protective. There's a lot of jade, in Asian countries, because they mine it there, but then they also have these beautiful, like, carved dragons and carved lions and, all these carved foo dogs, these beautiful carved animals out of large pieces of jade. So it's to show the protective qualities of it. So it can also be a stone that helps you attune to the needs of others. So if you are a caregiver, sorry, the mailman just walked by and he distracted me. If you are a caregiver and you take care of others, this is a really good stone to have with you because it reminds you to give, but also to give back to yourself. You need to take care of yourself when you're taking care of other people. And that means if you're a bartender or waitress, you're taking care of the needs of others. If you're working in an assisted living or a nursing home, or if you're taking care of family members, whatever it means. I mean, we all, in one way or another, take care of other people or animals or things. You could be a landscaper. You're taking care of somebody's yard. So jade is a really good stone to have with you as you give your energy away. It reminds you that, maybe you should take some for yourself. And that's okay. It's not selfish. It's keeping your cup full and overflowing. Okay. Now the cards that came out of the Spirit Song deck. Whew. Okay, so the jade is telling us we need to take care of ourselves while we're taking care of others. We have got the 7 of feathers. This is also known as the 7 of air or the 7 of swords. In this deck, it is represented by a cheetah. And this is the card that says we need to prepare. Now, what did we have in stack number 1? The squirrel, playful preparedness. That reading told us we need to prepare. So now stack number 2 is saying we need to prepare. The second card that came out, and they all came out together, so I want to do this all together, is the 6 of feathers, which is saying there's a transition. It's almost like this one should have come out first. There's a transition, get prepared. If you chose stack number 2, there is something going on in your life, and there's something going on in all of our lives, individually and as a collective, for this big change. And the third card is the frickin' Tower. So this is saying there's a transition coming. Get prepared. Here's your tower. The Jade told us, as we take care of others, we also need to take care of ourselves and protect ourselves and ground ourselves. The cards are saying there's a big change coming. A tower is a big change. I know. I've been through so many tower moments. And you have to just go, yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, but I am going to prepare. How do you prepare? For everybody, it's going to be different. What does it mean for you? Ask your ancestors and your guides. How do I prepare for this? You know, usually what the answer is, you're already prepared. Your whole life has prepared you for this. So maybe just don't be afraid. Just chill. Make yourself a cup of tea, some cacao. I know some people. Okay, you want your coffee. Okay, go ahead. Make your coffee. Make a nice meal. Sit down and go, okay, how can I prepare for this? Ancestors, spirit guides. Remember, all of our bodies. There's physical preparedness, there's mental preparedness, emotional preparedness, and spiritual preparedness. To me, spiritual preparedness is the most important one. Have faith. Because if you have faith, the rest follows. So, where's your faith? Okay? Get good with whoever you believe in. Emotional preparedness. Chill. Because you know what? You already chose your life. We think we have free will here. Yeah, we do. But we already chose it. There's a great line in the movie The Matrix. Remember when Neo goes to the Oracle and she says, you know, they were talking about free will, and she says something like, you already made the choice. The reason you're here is to understand why you made the choice. That to me just goes, you already made the choice. You're here to understand why you made the choice. How cool is that? So then there's mental preparedness. Do not let your mental side, your ego, get in the way. Okay? Don't overthink everything. What's the point in that? And then there's your physical body. To me, lately, I feel like I really have to exercise. So, you know, I have a home gym. It used to be called my living room. And except for Wednesdays, because I do the videos in the morning, I have been getting on my equipment and exercising, and it feels so good. And I've been upping the resistance, I've been upping the reps or upping the time, whatever. And it's like, okay, I feel like this is necessary for me personally to be more physically energized, paying more attention to my foods. Yes, I eat chocolate. Yes, I eat bacon, but you know what? I'm eating fermented foods. I'm drinking more foods because it's easier for the body to digest. You know, like this here. This is chaga, but there's coconut cream in there. There's a bunch of spices in there. It's kind of like a chai chaga, because that's what I like. And this is actually my breakfast. I'm skipping the bacon this morning. I know. My dogs had omelets for breakfast, so they got their protein. They're kind of spoiled a little bit. By the way, waffle machines make the best puppy omelets. I'm just saying. They make them so easy. It takes me 3 minutes to make them an omelet. So if you chose stack number 2, I digress. If you chose stack number 2, you have a big change coming. but then we all do. Nobody will escape the big change. That's what they just said. Nobody will escape it. So are you prepared? Do not freak out. Do not live in fear. Do not run out and buy a freaking van full of toilet paper and bread and milk. That is not what we're talking about here. Okay? Just ask your guides. What do I need to do to prepare? I don't know. Part of my preparation feels like I need to clean out my house. Like just go through it again and clean stuff up. Okay. All right. We can do that. Maybe it means, if you're one of those people that doesn't have 3 days worth of food in your fridge, or in your pantry, maybe you stock up on some stuff. I don't know what it means. Don't ask me. And don't ask me when either, because I don't know. That was stack number 2. Stack number 3 is going to be a reading from Beyond Lemuria. We love the Lemurians. Somebody just came to the door and they had a package under their arm. But I'm thinking, I haven't ordered anything, so hopefully it was just a salesperson and they were driving a red car. So that's not a normal delivery person. Okay, Lemurians, beautiful ascended beings, you. What would you have us know today? What would you have us know today? This one? Okay. All right, before we get to the card, our stone is the other end of this. It is the selenite. Selenite. If you were going to start with any stone, if you're a beginner, I would recommend selenite. Selenite removes the negative energy from you, from your life, your pets, your home, your space. You cannot have too much selenite. When I work with the dogs, my dogs or other people's service dogs, what's my go-to? It's selenite. It's using the selenite to remove the low frequency energy off of the dogs. I use this to remove low frequency energy off of people. Whenever I do that, literally every person says, oh my gosh, I feel so much lighter. So why aren't we using this? I mean, if you go shopping, when you come home, get out your selenite wand. Do it yourself. Because you picked up energy from people wherever you were. You can pick it up at the gas station. You don't even have to go inside. The energies are left at the pump where you're pumping. The energies are left at the cashier stand in a store. This is why I smudge all the time in my shop, especially around the cashier stand, because that's where I stand. I have all kinds of selenite up there, but I'm still going to smudge around that area. So the selenite, I feel like in stack number 3 is telling us, clean your world, clean your space in the world, clean your children's spaces. If your kids go to daycare, they're taking all that energy from daycare back into your house. Make a game out of it. The kids come home, get out the selenite, make a game out of it, cleanse the kids off. You do not need all that extra energy in your house. If your kids go to daycare or school, thank you, my guides, for correcting me. They come home, they now have brought in the energy of 3 other people, 10 other people, 400 other people. Do you want that in your house? And you wonder why your house is full of chaotic energy? Hello? Selenite. Have selenite at the front door or whatever door you come through. If it's the door between the garage and the house, Have a piece of selenite on either side of the door frame. Get out a selenite wand. Wand everybody down. Like I said, make it a game. It is imperative we do this right now, people, because of the energies. Okay? We are in a state of flux. The energies are chaotic and they haven't settled. And it's going to take a while for them to settle. It's going to take a couple months. So the selenite wand is super important right now. Okay? And what do the Lemurians want us to know? I think we had this one recently. It's our ancient future. Our ancient future. This is card number 39. If you only knew the power of 3, 6, and 9. 39 is a 12, which reduces to a 3. 3 is the number. It's a very sacred number. Think of the Holy Trinity. Wisdom from indigenous peoples. Ancestors holding the keys for the future. Ancient remembering. Bloodlines. How the past affects the future. A time to step up. Timeless power symbols. Activations for powerful shifts. Again, they're talking about preparing for a change or a shift. All three are saying the same thing. We are being called back to our roots to acknowledge the infinite wisdom available when we drop to our knees in humble receptivity. To move gracefully forward, we must first stand in our power for the places, ethics, and conservation of what matters most. When we heal ourselves, we heal our ancestors. As illuminated beings ready to make a change in the collective consciousness, we can sometimes take on what seems like more than our fair share of karma. We may be clearing some of the wounds from our ancestors. With this in mind, we can ease through the waves, allowing guidance and empowered perspective to lead us to the greatest good. And it says this card is imbued with activations for a new paradigm. Oops, here it is. You are now being showered with blessings in preparation for a transformation. Oh my gosh, you guys, all three stacks talk about a transformation, a shift, a change, and get prepared. Get prepared. Listen to frequency music. Do what makes you feel good spiritually. This is most important because as the sun sends this plasma to the earth, it raises Mama Earth's frequency. It makes a higher frequency and we need to adjust to that. Those of you who are resisting this high frequency, you're making it harder on yourselves. Let go and go with the flow. As the Borg say from Star Trek, resistance is futile. Well, I don't know if it's futile. Well, I think it is. You're just making it harder on yourselves. We are not going to become the Borg. We're not becoming the Borg. We are becoming closer to our higher selves. And that is magical. I can hardly wait to see what the bonus card is. Oh, let's see. What's the bonus card? The bonus card is from The Priestess of Light by Sandra Ann Taylor. All right, Priestess of Light. Spirit guides from the light. Ooh, okay, this one. You knew there was a card about change, right? Death and rebirth. Talk about a card of change. Darkness to light. Card number 19, which is 1. It reduces to 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. This card indicates that a time of closure and great transition is at hand. You can't make this shit up, people. This may seem like a relatively minor event, or it may be something big like the ending of a relationship, a job, or a long-time residence. Remember, however, that this card signifies important change. Even out of the most difficult experience or the deepest darkness comes a new life filled with light and unexpected blessings. And this is what I feel. The change that is coming for all of us is important and powerful and magical. I feel like it's magical. Okay? It's not going to be something super sad. It's going to be something amazing. And we're all going to look back and go, I was afraid for nothing. Yeah, we were. We were afraid for nothing because we've been programmed to live in fear. And we got to get out of that. This is the card that says magical change is coming. The Black Panther is a symbol of power through transformation. She's got 2 of them, 1 on either side. Although the Panthers here are intense, they bring the mystical message that you have the power to let go of your fear of the unknown. When you do so, you will come out of the darkness enlightened and wake up to a newly conscious life. A newly conscious life. So many people are not consciously living. You're just going about your day, blah, 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 living for Friday night, living for the weekend. You go to work, you come home, you do all your chores, you take care of your family, and you just go on and on. That's not conscious living. I know. I've been there, done that. It's not conscious living. Where we're going is magical and it's conscious living. So your extra card today, your bonus card, is just hitting home that this change is coming and it's powerful and it's intense and it's magical. So, yay us! Do not live in fear. We have the power. The Black Panther is with us. The cheetah is with us. The Lemurians are with us. The little baby squirrel is with us. Okay? So do whatever you have to that's healthy. You can eat chocolate and bacon. Those are healthy. Because you know what? I bless my food before I eat it. It's easy. Thank you for joining me, you guys. I love you. You are the reason I do this. You're the reason I have this shop. Because there's times when I would have a cabin in the woods and I would probably have some chickens and some goats and some, I don't know what else, some critters. And I'd be chopping wood and I'd probably be a hermit. But my guides won't let me because I got to help you guys. And I thank you for that. I am so blessed to be able to deliver a message. I always say, if I can help one person, I'm a success. So thank you for that. I love you, and I am sending you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things, because I know you're worthy, and I know you deserve them all. Mwah. Namaste, my beautiful soul family.